Hello, my dear students. Today, in our English class, we are going to learn a very meaningful story. Its title is Jalebis. And being an Indian, I hope everybody knows jalebis are Indian sweet and it is made up of refined wheat flour and it is dipped into sugar syrup. I hope the topic is clear. Now we will move towards the story, but before that, let me ask you, have you ever got tempted by things like food, money, house, and things that belongs to others? Have you ever used somebody else's money in order to satisfy your needs? If yes, then this topic is extremely important for you all because here we learn how to be trustworthy to ourselves and how to be morally upright. I hope you all are ready, children. Let's begin with this story. Jalebis by Ahmed Nadeem Kashmi. Munna was a student of the 5th class who was going to school with 4 rupees in his pocket so as to pay his fees. So students, here Munna is the protagonist. He is the main character in this story. He was a student of class 5th and that day he was carrying 4 rupees to pay his school fees and he was moving towards the school. In the school, he found his teacher, Master Ghulam Muhammad, was absent, so the fees cannot be paid. Here, the money that Munna was carrying, that was for school fees. But his teacher, that is Ghulam Muhammad, was not present. Therefore, he could not pay his school fees. On returning, Munna saw the sight of jalebis, which tempted him. Here, when he was returning back towards his home, he saw jalebis. I hope everybody knows what is jalebi. This is Indian sweet dish which is made out of wheat flour and sugar. Okay? Because of this, he was very much tempted. Tempted means attracted. He wanted to have it. Okay? The coins that were in his pocket also began to jingle at this point. Here, in order to buy anything, we need money. Okay, so here he was a student and usually he never used to get money. Alright, but that day the money which was given for paying his school fees, which he could not pay, was there in his pocket. And when he was very much tempted, that particular money started jingling inside his pocket. It means he remembered that he has money to buy those jalebis. Let's see what he does. Coins that day actually spoke, but they usually don't speak. Here, you need to understand that coins cannot speak, okay? But when we imagine something, it is going to be possible. Through imagination, we can make a fish fly. This is said by great personalities. Therefore, here also the same thing has happened. He imagined coins spoke to him. This was a child's mind imagination and nothing else. Here, speaking of those coins, it is just imagination. It is to show that he can fulfill his desire by using money which is there inside his pocket. 1 rupiah told Munna that the jalebis were meant to be eaten and money must be spent. Here, this is going inside his mind, okay? all the money, all the coins that was there inside his pocket started speaking to him. 1 rupiah, okay, 1 rupee coin spoke to Munna. It said that jalebis were meant to be eaten. For eating, these jalebis are being made by the shopkeeper. Okay, and money must be spent. The money which is there inside his pocket, it should be spent in buying these jalebis. Okay, let's see what does he do. Munna did not follow the advice of 1 rupiah because the money was for the fees. At first, he thought that the suggestion of rupiah should not be accepted because the money is for something else. The purpose of that money was to pay his school fee. Let's move ahead. If he spends money, he won't be able to show his face to God and his teacher. That was right. If money will be used in some other thing, then certainly God will be angry because he will be misusing that money. Okay? And without anyone's permission, that will be a huge mistake from Munna's part. Therefore, he won't be able to show his face. He will be ashamed of his deeds, okay, his task. And he won't be able to show his face to teacher as well because he will be betraying him as well, okay. Besides, he had much to eat at home. See, apart from jalebis, there are so many things which are there at home which he can eat. The rupiahs did not like this thinking of Munna and began speaking loudly. Here, other rupiahs also did not like the decision of Munna that money should not be spent, otherwise God and the teacher will be not proud of him. Okay. So, other rupiahs tried to tempt him. What did they say? Let's see. The rupiahs did not like this thinking of Munna and began speaking loudly. Now, all other rupiahs started speaking loudly. He had 4 rupees, right? So, other coins started speaking. What did they say? Let's find out. The oldest rupiah said to Munna that the other coins were telling something for his own good. Here, they said that Munna should eat jalebi and satisfy his temptation. This was said by coins and it was for Munna only, nobody else. Okay, for he himself, he is going to buy jalebis and not to anyone else. Therefore, it is must to use those money and satisfy his desire. Let's see what does he do now. The oldest rupiah said to Munna that he can pay his fees after getting his scholarship the next day. That very day he had money and that very day only he wanted to eat jalebis. Therefore, rupiah said that when he will get scholarship, he can pay back his money, but pay back his school fees. But right now, he should eat jalebis which are being made in front of him. Munna finally gave in to the temptations and purchased a rupee worth of jalebis. Finally, he was tempted. Okay, he was tempted by the attraction of jalebis and he used 1 rupee. And he was happy also. Munna then ate a lot of jalebis. In 1 rupee, he got lots of jalebis and he ate a lot. Furthermore, a huge crowd of children came and Munna bought jalebis for everyone. Here, other children also came near to him and he bought jalebis for these children as well. After returning home, Munna had difficulty in digesting the jalebis. It is said, children, that we should eat in limit. We should do in limit. Okay, we should think in limit. If the things are in limit, then it won't do any problem to us. But if it crosses that boundary of limit, then certainly it is going to cause different kinds of problems to us, be it good thing, be it bad thing. Okay, so here he ate a lot of jalebis, because of which he had digestion problem. Munna had to face another problem when he went to school the following day. Next day, when he went to school, that time as well, he had to face lots of problems. He was unable to get a scholarship that day. As it was said by one rupiah, that you buy jalebis, you eat it, tomorrow you can get your scholarship and you can pay the fees. But that did not happen. He did not get his scholarship next day, which was very much required. Munna then left the school and began praying to God for the arrangement of 4 rupees. Here, all 4 rupees were used in buying and distributing jalebis among children and eating by himself. So he was left with no money now. He wanted all 4 rupees. Now he started praying to God, thinking that he is going to help. Let us see whether he helps or not. Afterwards, Munna went near a railway track and sat under a tree. He was very sad because he could not pay back his fees, and now if teacher will know, then he is going to very sad and disappointed at the act of Munna. Moreover, he thought about his miserable condition. Here Munna was helpless now. From where he'll get the money? In his desperation, Munna also offered prayer. He prayed throughout the day to get his money managed. Furthermore, he also read the holy book Quran. Here, you must be knowing that Quran is the holy book of Muhammadans. Okay? In Hindu religion, it is Gita. Okay? And there are other religious books for other communities as well. Okay? Which we should respect. Okay? We should respect all the religions and we should respect their holy book as well. You should respect Quran, you should respect Gita, okay, and other religious books which are accepted by other communities. Okay, let's see what happens in the story now. Throughout the day he prayed and he read Quran as well. Afterward, when he took a look into his bag, he became sad because there were no 4 coins. He thought that by praying and by reading Quran, he is going to get money from God. But that did not happen. He again began praying to God for 4 rupees. Munna came to the decision of wearing clean clothes the next day. Here, he prayed but he did not get money. So, Munna came to the decision. Next day, he thought of wearing clean clothes. Okay, his plan was to keep praying to God till noon. He wanted his 4 rupees anyhow. Therefore, he wanted to take help from God. But it is said that God helps those who help themselves. But now Munna did not help himself. Okay, therefore, let's see God helps him or not. Then the news of his absence from school came to his home. Now here, when he was praying throughout the day till noon, then obviously he had to bunk his school, and this bunking was reported to his house members as well. Okay. Later on, Munna went on thinking about what could be the harm had God sent him 4 rupees. Here he started thinking that he had prayed a lot, he read Quran also, so God must help him. But he did not know that God does not help people directly. He shows us way. Okay, let's see what happens to him now. Then he came to the realization that if God gave everything due to asking, there would be no difference between man and bird. He realized that God is not going to give everything by asking. Otherwise, there won't be any difference between man and bird. Bird, they cannot think. Okay, they don't have mind. Birds don't have mind, but human beings have. They can plan something and get rid of their situation. Mona started thinking in a right path. Also, a man would not learn anything because he would get everything without any effort. This is the realization of Munna. Munna thought that if God will give everything, then how man is going to learn things? They must work hard. Then only they are going to get things that they desire. This was an important lesson Munna learned due to this incident. This was very much right. Munna learned that unless and until he work, he is not going to get money from God directly. He has to do something in order to get 4 rupees. So let's see what does he do. Now Munna learned that not to use money without permission of parents. If he would have asked his parents, obviously they would not have allowed. Number 2, we should not give up trying. Only praying is not going to give us everything. We should use our efforts. We should plan something so that our problems will be solved. So, that day Munna learned a very important lesson. Not to use money which is assigned for some work. Number 2, not to depend upon anyone else, not even to God, but to ourselves. And whenever we are in dilemma, we should take decision of right person. In the story, Munna agrees to buy jalebis because of the suggestion of rupees. But that was wrong decision. Next day he had to face embarrassment and lots of trouble which he could not manage. Children, I hope the story is clear to you all. If you require anything, do let me know. We will meet in our next video. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.